They poured it on the last ounce of trust a community had left, and they thought nobody would fight back. But this isn't that kind of story. It started beneath a flickering streetlight in the forgotten town of Darrowville, a place where smokestacks were taller than church steeples, and chemical fumes felt more familiar than sunlight. The kind of town where power didn't come from ballots, but from barrels. And in that town, Ariel Johnson was never meant to matter. 16. Black. In a wheelchair. Brilliant. Outspoken. Too many things that made people uncomfortable. She wasn't trying to make trouble, just trying to get home, same shortcut. Same cracked alley behind the plant. Nothing new. Until the cruiser pulled up. The door creaked open like it knew what was coming. Officer Darren Lively stepped out, hands in his pockets, a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Out late again, sweetheart?" he asked, like a joke only he understood. Ariel didn't respond, just kept rolling forward. That silence, that was her crime. The first splash hit her shoulder, cold at first, then the burning, then the screaming. Lively didn't stop. He laughed, stepped back, watched her writhe on the asphalt as the acid hissed in the puddles around her. He got back in the cruiser and drove off, just like that. Nobody came out. Nobody called. Only a security camera blinked in the corner, watching but never helping. Bailey Johnson, her father, got there before the ambulance. He didn't cry. He just pulled her into his coat, whispering, "I'm here, baby." Her skin was peeling. Her voice was gone. The hospital called it an accident. The cops said maybe she spilled something. A spokesperson claimed she was agitated and had resisted medical aid. Bailey didn't scream. He didn't beg. He started digging. When he asked for the footage from the alley camera, they told him it didn't work. But 2 nights later, Lively's own body cam video leaked online. The laughter, the cruelty, the bottle. The town went quiet. The internet didn't. Some said Ariel staged it, that Bailey wanted a payout, that maybe this was all just what happens when people don't respect the law. But Bailey knew better. He wasn't a lawyer. He wasn't rich. He was a mechanic who paid his taxes and stayed out of the way, until now. He knocked on doors, asked questions, got ignored, got threatened. Only one man dared break the silence. Marcus, a night shift supervisor at Jefferson Chemical. Nervous, hands trembling. He gave Bailey a USB drive behind the church. "It's all here," Marcus whispered. "The footage, the inventory logs. Your daughter wasn't the first." He stepped back into the shadows. Couldn't even look Bailey in the eye. His voice cracked as he said, "Don't let them know it was me." Bailey knew what that meant. He opened the drive that night and saw everything. Illegal shipments, missing chemicals, acid that never should have left the plant, and reports of injuries, all buried. He took it to the mayor, got a polite nod and a blank stare. Took it to the district attorney, heard, "We'll look into it." But nothing moved. Until he met Carla Breener, a federal civil rights attorney who said one sentence that changed everything. "You're not just suing a cop, Mr. Johnson. You're dragging an entire system into the light." They filed a lawsuit under Section 1983, Civil Rights Violations. The defendant's officer, Darren Lively, Briarwood Police Department, Jefferson Chemical Corporation. The town exploded. People who once waved at Bailey in the diner looked away. Flyers showed up on his windshield calling him a liar. Someone mailed him a dead rat in a box. Even his pastor told him to pray for peace. "We just want to move on," the pastor said. Bailey looked him dead in the eyes. "My daughter can't move at all," he replied. Then came the bomb threats, 3 in one day. Court evacuated. Reporters swarming. Ariel shivering beside her father while U.S. Marshals scanned rooftops. And still, she refused to stay silent. An aspiring journalist, Jade Thomas, asked for an interview. Ariel said yes. She looked into the camera and said, "I'm not trying to be a hero. I just want to live without fear. Is that too much?" That video traveled fast. So did the hate. Online, people dug into Bailey's past, called him a thug, accused him of brainwashing his daughter. Old classmates of Ariel spread rumors. But something else happened too. Survivors started showing up. A mother whose son fell down the police stairs. A janitor who cleaned up chemical spills in silence. A neighbor who once laughed at Ariel now stood outside court with a sign that read, "We were wrong." Others just stood back, ashamed, uncertain. Bystanders caught between guilt and fear. The trial began. The courtroom packed, cameras flashing, reporters jostling. Lively took the stand, wore a Navy suit, spoke with practiced remorse, said he tried to help, said he never saw color. Then Carla pressed play. The video played, the laughter, the burning, the silence. No jury in the world could unsee that. The verdict, guilty. All counts. Jefferson Chemicals' CEO tried to leave through the side door. Didn't make it. Marshals cuffed him before he reached the stairs. The courtroom erupted. Strangers cried. Ariel held her father's hand. Outside, the crowd roared. Some wept. Some just stood still, stunned. Ariel rolled forward slowly. She didn't smile, just raised her head and said, "This doesn't fix everything, but it's a start." That night, Bailey sat at his kitchen table surrounded by letters from strangers. Survivors, activists, parents, people asking, "What do we do now? What do, He picked up the phone and said, "We build something better." And they did. A statewide reform movement. Laws to limit qualified immunity. Independent investigations for police violence. Strict oversight for chemical companies near residential zones. Jade Thomas became a national reporter. Marcus disappeared. Some say he left the country. Others say he just couldn't take the fear anymore. 5 years later, Ariel stood at a town hall, answering questions from students. A girl in the back asked, "What if they don't listen?" Ariel looked at her, took a deep breath. "Then we say it louder," she replied. Some say justice was done. Others say it was political theater. Some say Bailey ruined the town. Others say he saved it. What do you think? Was this justice or just a crack in a rotten wall? Who was right? Who was wrong? Let us know in the comments. And if you believe stories like Ariel's matter, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who still believes in justice.